Let's take a sip of water. Hello everybody, welcome back to another game. This game is going to be a one-time video. Um, let's start the game and I'll talk a little bit more about it. I'm not playing this game, blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm not playing. Oh, hold on, let me talk after. Let's see. Finally arrived. What a long journey, but it's worth it to see Kaiza and spend some quality time enjoying nature. Okay. Uh, just birch and pine on the road to nowhere. Off to the countryside to spend my traditional midsummer with Kaiza. Let's check the comments. Have fun in the countryside and say hello to Kaiza. She's so hard to reach. She's definitely. Oh, hi for me too. Oh my god. A shitty journey, but at least it got made. So, I don't know much about this game. Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't have to text anything. I will, and yeah. How rare is it not to have a mobile phone these days? Sure, let's send that. So, I don't know much about this game, except that it was on my wish list for a while. And checking the reviews, there's not much reviews on this game that I thought there would be. This game, I feel like, is like Firewatch. If you guys have any idea what Firewatch is, it is a kind of like a story game, I guess, in my opinion, and it's really well done. I thought this had a similar style, so I chose to get it. But it seems that it's not quite as popular that I thought it would be. So I'm making this video to one, give it a little bit more exposure. Um, you know, as much exposure as I can get from a small channel like me. But yeah. Um, Also, my voice might sound different, and that's because I had to get a new mic since the mic that I usually use, which is my headset mic, no longer worked properly when making videos. So instead, I got a HyperX quadcast, and I think it makes my voice sound a little bit better. I think the quality has definitely improved with this mic. Um, yeah, I feel like I am definitely growing in some way. Now I have new equipment. I bought the arm stand and this mic. And so hopefully the upcoming videos that I do with this mic, it has at least sounds a little bit better than what it used to be. What else? Simulacra. And if you guys are looking forward to more simulacra videos, I'm afraid that they won't be coming out. Unfortunately, when I recorded those, I was recording them with my headset mic and I didn't notice that my headset was no longer working as properly as it used to. And so when I looked back on the recording, the audio was all messed up. So apologies for that, but there will be no Simulacra videos coming out. Maybe I do have Simulacra 2, and it'll be some time before I get into that because let's get out of the screen. Let me take a screenshot. There we go. And it'll be a while before I get into that because I don't do well with horror games. Do I take a picture? Kaiser repainted the cabin last year, and it looks so fresh. And of course, it's still beautifully calm and peaceful here. I don't know much about this game, except that something happens to my friend. And that's all that I know. Oh no. Oh wait, I can still maybe get a picture. How do I pull my phone up? U, E? Tab? Tab. Okay. We're in a potato field. Okay. All I know is that it's... Let's turn this off. Yeah, I know that it's a kind of like a puzzle game. And that I have to... Oh, it has a key. What the? There's a magpie in Kai's kitchen, and it looks like it's stealing a key. Okay, let's... And it left. So, this is partly me testing out this new mic, hoping the quality is okay. I'm gonna follow the bird. That's almost like something out of a fairy tale. Quick, chase it. One for sorrow. Jump up and catch it. Sure, and then flap my wings to fly out there, right? Shoot it? That's easily the quickest way to get the key back. Okay. I hear, or well, I didn't hear, but I saw that in some of the reviews they said that this game is pretty short. If the developer or whoever created this game ends up seeing my video, I want to say you made a lovely game, and I love things, and I want to say that you made a beautiful game, and I love these types of games, and I hope and I wish you the best. I truly wish that this does get the popularity that it deserves. I feel like games like these are really not shown quite as often, and it's really aesthetic and it's really relaxing in my opinion. I do enjoy games like these. I was kind of hoping I'd find Kaisa here. It's one of her favorite spots. Okay, let's go after the bird. I lost the magpie after following it all around the garden. I didn't even manage to get the key. Such a beautiful garden. Kaisa tends to it so carefully, and it's full of little treasures. What if that key is important? I bet Kaisa would appreciate you getting it back. Well, maybe you're right, but how do I get it back from a magpie? My bad, guys, if I'm stumbling on my words. I am kind of tired. I did hear this door close, and I think that's where we need to put the key. In this little keyhole. Blah 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 blah. You'll probably find it in its nest, but you might need to climb to get it. This feels a bit like a wild goose chase. What if the key isn't important? No need to climb if you just knock the nest down with a long stick. Awful suggestion. What if it has chicks in it? Where do you think magpies got their reputation from? They raid other birds' nests. I think it went somewhere over here. Oh, the garden. Garden. I just let my houseplants die. To find an optimist, every weed is a flower. And to a pessimist, every flower is a weed. My mom used to say the best part of the garden is a shed. Love is a garden full of flowers, and marriage is a field of stinging nettles. Just kind of hoping to find Kaisa here, one of her favorite spots. Where did the bird go? In here? No. let's see. Let's take a picture. I'm definitely going to need a refreshing swim after I find Kaiza. Magpie, magpie. Okay, definitely probably over here. Oh, I can't crouch. Yeah, I don't know where to go, actually. What they say? Water looks so inviting. I always find the idea of swimming in a lake more appealing than the reality. The spring water from the well tastes amazing, but it's so much effort to draw up. Here we go, maybe it's here. Let's take a picture of the outhouse, I guess. The joys of the outdoor toilet. At least I don't have to empty it. That well has the sweetest water. But what happens if a mouse or something like that drowns in there? Oh, let's see. Extra umami flavor. Gross. Let's see. That's a luxury. I went to Lapland last summer, and it was all open-air toilets. What? Further proof that the great outdoors aren't for me. Yuck. Well, what's this? I warned you. I found this warning note on Kai's cabin, and whoever left it has locked the door. Uh-oh. So that's what the door was. I'm not even Kaiza. So yeah, the finale for Saints and Sinners was really interesting and great in my opinion. Definitely made some of the choices feel like I messed up. But I guess that was part of the game. And really felt like choices really did matter in terms of who you side with. Because if I sided with, say, the tower, then I would have had a less easier time to... Oh, there's a path. What's this? Oh, whoa, what? What just happened? Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to go there? Probably. But yeah, I think where I left off in my train of thought was that it made things easier in some cases and harder in some others. But really fun game, really fantastic game. I definitely think that game itself set a bar for other VR games in terms of how to be immersive. Oh, there's a key here. Interesting. Does it open the door? It does. Is there anything in here? Look for the key in the garden. Okay, that's all it gave me. Maybe the key's where the shovel is. Let's see if I'm right. But, yeah, I just wanted to play a relaxing game. Sort of an aesthetic game like Firewatch. Let's see. Alright, time to get my hands dirty and start digging around for this key. Gotta remember to be careful of the plants. There we go. It's starting to get a little bit dark. I wonder when it gets fully dark. Whoa. How can such a graceful looking creature sound so eerie? It must be an important key. You know how much Kaiser loves your garden. I know, but I think I left the garden in an okay shape. Let us know how the landscaping goes. It went well, I found the key. I was attacked by a swan when I was a kid. I still hate them. There's some good eating on a swan. Key probably goes in here? No, actually. Book. Mythical creatures of the Nordics. I don't know how to say that. Naki? Let's go with Naki. A Naki is a mythical creature and type of water spirit said to inhabit bodies of soft water like rivers, springs, and lakes. The Naki is known to be hostile to humans and often tries to discourage people from living close to its habitat. It usually does this by trying to frighten and intimidate people. In extreme cases, people have been lured to their deaths by the Naki, who can entrance unwary victims and compel them to walk into the water and drown. The Naki is commonly used to frighten children and discourage them from swimming in dangerous waters where they could drown. I found an old book of Nordic folklore. Kaiser seems to have been reading up on this interesting looking water spirit. But is that all? Oh, another key. It was worth getting startled to catch a glimpse of this beautiful creature. Let's see. I don't remember Kaiser being into that kind of stuff. We haven't seen her for ages. She probably has lots of new interests. I've heard these stories before. Naki are mostly harmless and only try to scare people away. There are so many different versions of these folklore tales. I like the ones where the Naki lures you into the water and you drown. I'm sure there's a much more reasonable explanation why you can't find her. What is this? Antidepressant? I found some antidepressants on Kaiser's shelf. She never told me about this. That's not good. Now you've told everyone. Kaiser will be delighted, I'm sure. I told you something wasn't quite right with her. Well, I do agree that maybe it wasn't the best idea to tell other people. But if something really did happen to someone, I feel like maybe it was important to say. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to justify why someone would, post something like that. Here? Okay. I figured out what to do. Whoa, okay. Let's take the key. Hi, Kaiser. I accidentally took your sauna key with me, so I'm sending it back. I hope you weren't going too crazy looking for it and that you've still been able to enjoy your lovely sauna. How are you recovering from the crash? Please take your doctor's advice and take it easy for a few days. She was right to say even light activity like swimming should be avoided. I'm going to come around again after the midsummer weekend to bring you some supplies. We can also see about moving that fallen tree out of the way so we can get your bike back. In the meantime, I hope you have a great summer with your old friend. See you soon. Kamu. Oh no, it looks like Kaiser crashed her bike recently and hurt herself quite badly. Okay, so maybe this key is for that, I guess, house cabin on the back. Let's see. Oh my god, where and when did that happen? Just over a week ago, she crashed somewhere along a forest path near the lake. How did you find that out? I read through some of her mail. But gonna tell me. Reading someone's mail is a crime. Yeah, well... not if I'm trying to find them. What is this? I wish I could just sit down and have a relaxing beer with Kaiser. What is this? Another key. Interesting. Let's keep looking around. I love a good Vita. You get a proper blood rush and they smell so great. Don't worry, I'm having a few and I'll drink a few more for you. We'll grab one together when you get back to Helsinki. Because I'm pretty sure... yeah. What is this journal? Okay. The new neighbor came around to introduce herself today. She's called Terry. Terry said she moved back to the countryside because she doesn't like living in the city. Too many people, not enough space. She also told me that she didn't get along with her former neighbors. I hope that it won't be the case here, but at least we have lots of space so she can easily avoid me if she wants, and vice versa. Apart from all the complaining, she did manage to mention that she likes swimming as well. I told her the lake is lovely this time of year. I hope the country life can offer her some peace and happiness. I also did some gardening today. Is it me, or are the weeds more stubborn and resilient every year? Sunday. What a great weekend. Mom paid me a surprise visit. She's so impulsive, unlike me. Sometimes I really feel like I'm more like Dad, especially in that regard. Anyway, she held me around the garden. We played some darts and shared a couple of beers. We had a sauna in the evening and went swimming in the lake as the light faded. It was a perfectly serene day. This morning we took the boat out on the lake for some early fishing. We caught a few nice perches which we grilled on the barbecue for lunch before she left. As always, it was really nice to have her around. Monday. Something a little unusual happened this morning. When I was on my way to the fields to pick rhubarb and strawberries, I bumped into Terry and she seemed quite flustered. She barely said hi before asking me if I'd locked my door when I went out and insisting that I should always do so. She told me that there had been strange things happening in the area, but she wouldn't clarify. To be honest, I haven't heard anything myself, so I'm taking her warning with a big pinch of salt. I tried to reassure her and told her I'd make sure to keep the cabin locked when I was away. I didn't ask her how she knew I didn't lock my door. Maybe she just assumes that's what everyone around here does. Anyway, she did not look happy. This is Wednesday. Yesterday was terrible. I was cycling back after picking strawberries and I crashed my bike. I saw someone on the rocks by the lake and I can't really remember what happened next, except that I was strangely distracted by an unnatural silence. That was enough for me to lose control of the bike and I slammed into a tree. I'm not sure how long I was passed out, but the sun hadn't moved too much in the sky, so it can't have been long. To make things worse, Terry surprised me just as I was getting home. She was waiting for me, or was she checking if I'd locked my door? She repeated her warning. What is she up to? Oh, and the tree I crashed in was the one with the magpie nest. I hope I didn't scare them away. I found out that the key stealing magpie has a nest close to where Kaiser had crashed her bike. What did they say? I always thought it was a gnome. Blah, blah, blah. But does it stop you from farting in the sauna? Okay. A crazy storm blew in the north. I spent most of the day sitting by the window and watching the trees bend. Always wildly in the wind. Hopefully it hasn't caused too much damage. I've started getting a strange feeling that someone is watching me. Could it be Terry, or is this what she's been trying to warn me about? And who was sitting on the rock by the lake when I crashed my bike? I only saw them from behind, but even in the evening light, I could see that there's something not quite right. I'm not sure if it was their posture or something else, but I just can't shake the thought that whatever it was, it didn't quite look human. I've seen it. This is Monday. It walked around the back garden a couple of times now and then straight back into the lake and disappeared. What is it? And what does it want? I tried asking around if anybody else knows, but no one seems to understand what I'm talking about. I need to visit the library. Tuesday. I have to stop talking about it. No one believes me. They think it's a joke. That I'm joking, but I'll show them. Strangely, Terry is the only one who seems to be taking me seriously. Kamu's visiting today, and we're meant to be having a sauna and a swim. I'm going to need to make him an excuse about why we shouldn't go into the lake. I don't want to risk the water now that I know something is lurking there, but I also don't want Kamu to think I'm losing my mind. Kaiser started believing that something was haunting our cabin. That's why she was reading about the Naki. Are you going through more of her private things? Yeah, I am. And we found the key. I did it. I got the key back from the magpie's nest, and I didn't even need to climb. Okay. Probably gonna take a screenshot. Violin? Oh, there's music and splashing coming from the lake. Who could be out here at this time? Did Naki give you a leg up? That's not even funny. The sooner I find out what happened to Kaiser, the sooner I can leave. But where does this key go? One of the darts fell, maybe? I don't remember a dart being on the ground. Let's see. Do you even need to climb? Don't worry, it's probably someone from another cabin out for a midnight swim. I think I should be a little worried, to be honest. Let's look into the cabin. Either. Okay, that actually scared me. Why did that clock decide to go off now? I'm sure there was a violin in the house earlier today. Surely this isn't linked to the Naki. You know they ring every 15 minutes, right? That's annoying, though. Okay, that's strange. Because I turned that off. Whew, thank God. I was expecting someone to be hanging there, you know, to be honest. As dark as that is. But kind of glad that's not the case. Pictures. Kaiser was really trying to prove that Naki was real. I have to admit it. Almost looks possible from these photos. That's probably why the note was left on the door, you know. I always thought the countryside was crime-free. It's totally not. Let's see. That doesn't sound like the Kaiser I know and love. Can the knock to the head really explain all this? I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than that's just that. No one in their right mind would take that seriously. I blame the pills. You sound like someone who should speak to a therapist. I wouldn't blame the pills. But then again, I never took any pills like that, so I have no knowledge. Oh, the trapdoor just slammed shut, and now I'm stuck in the basement. I didn't even hear anyone upstairs. Um, what? Oh my god, the Naki was after me. It was trying to lure me to drown, but I just punched it right back into the lake. I'm getting out of here while I can. Tie your uppercut. Kamehameha. You rule. Did we get to find out what happened to Kaiser? Or it didn't happen. I wish I could have been there to film it. Una has finally lost it. The cabin life was too much for her. Let's meet at the market square. You just went full psycho. Was that really? I arrived back late last night and found two bad surprises waiting for me. I've always been away at my mother's for a week to recover from the crash and all the strange things I was experiencing in the aftermath. I was feeling so much better this morning when I left, but my train was cancelled, so I had to take the bus, and that was a long journey. When I got home, my front door was wide open, and someone had clearly been searching through all my stuff. Drawers were open, things have been moved around. It looks like my violin has been stolen. I checked around outside, and my vegetable patch has been completely dug up. Who could have been so callous? Is this what Terry was actually warning me about? To make matters up, I didn't even read that, but you guys can pause it and read it for yourselves. I guess that's the end, and I guess she's okay. I guess my friend did not go missing, did not die, so that's a plus. But a really great game. A really relaxing game. You know, things like Simulacra and Saints and Sinners are so fast paced and uh, well, Simulacra wasn't really fast paced, but it was certainly scary, and Saints and Sinners was certainly scary at times. So it's really nice to take a break and play a game like this. Like I said before, if the creator or any of the devs are watching this, amazing game and beautiful game. You guys did an amazing job. I wish you guys all the best luck um, with this game and any other games in the future. Um, yeah, that's really all I can say. And thank you for watching, everybody. If you're new, consider sticking around. Besides that, have a good night, good morning, or whatever it is for anyone. I hope you appreciate the mic. Hope it's not too bad. And bye bye.